Hey everyone, welcome back to Code Quest. Imagine you just spent 45 minutes building the perfect character. You've got legendary gear, a fat stack of gold, and you're deep in the dungeon. Then you close the game. When you come back the next day, it's all gone. All that progress, everything you worked toward. Today, in Code Quest number 7, we're going to fix that. We're adding a full save and load system, so your progress is permanent. Plus, a living merchant shop with rotating stock that actually feels like a real game. If you've been following along, you're going to love this one. Let's dive right in. In Quest 6, we finally made our hero feel like a real adventurer. We added XP and auto leveling, the first real equipment slots, weapon, armor, accessory, defense that actually reduces damage taken. And the dungeon was starting to feel alive, with enemies, treasure, and progression. That was a huge step, but the game still has one big problem. Every time you close it, your progress disappears. A lot of the core stays exactly the same because it's already solid. The room navigation system, the dice-based combat, the inventory and item system, the world layout and enemy scaling. We didn't break anything that's working. We just built on top of it. There were a few small but important improvements. We made defense percentage based, so even with god tier armor, you still take at least 1 damage per hit. Combat messages now show how much damage was blocked. We've cleaned up a few variable scope bugs that were crashing the game also. These were quality of life fixes that make the game feel much more polished. But the first major upgrade is the full save and load system. Now when you type save, the game writes your entire progress to a file called save.json. When you type load, it brings you right back to where you left off. Same room, same inventory, same equipment gear, same XP, even which enemies you've already killed and which treasure you've already picked up. This changes the entire feel of the game. It's no longer a toy you play with for 10 minutes. It becomes a real save anytime adventure you can come back to for days. In player.py, we added 2 new methods. To dict, and that will return name, gold, level, inventory, and equipment. And the reverse, from dict. Self.name, self.gold, and everything else in between. Then main.py, we've added the save and load commands that write and read the JSON file and rebuild the world state. The second huge upgrade is the merchant shop. There is now a permanent merchant's den room connected to the entrance and a 10% chance a traveling merchant can pop up in any room. The shop has rotating stock. It refreshes every 10 minutes with 5 new random items pulled from our new items.json file with common, rare, epic, and legendary gear. You can finally spend all your gold on better weapon, armor, potions, and scrolls. This turns the game from a pure combat loop into a real economy. You now have a reason to farm gold, make choices about what to buy, and actually feel rewarded for exploring. We created a brand new shop class in main.py. When defining init, we have self.lastRefresh is equal to time.time. Self.stock is equal to self.generateStock. And then we define generate stock. This loads items from the JSON and then picks 5 random items to display. We also have define refresh if needed. If time.time minus self.lastRefresh is greater than 600, that's 10 minutes. Self.stock equals self.generateStock. And then print on a new line, the merchant restored their wares. The purchase logic uses our existing spend gold method, so you can't buy things you can't afford. We also updated world.py to add the merchant's den room and returned an all rooms dictionary, so save and load knows the full map state. These two features completely change the player experience. Save and load give permanence. Your character now has a story that lasts. The shop gives purpose to gold and exploration. Together, they make the game feel like a real RPG instead of a tech demo. This is the point where the project stops being a Python exercise and starts feeling like something you'd actually want to play for hours. So that's quest number 7. Save and load and the merchant shop are now in. In the next and final quest, we're going to blow up the equipment system with 10 real slots, dual wield, two-handed weapons, and auto unequip logic. The full code for every quest is in the GitHub repo link in the description. If you haven't already, drop a like if you're enjoying the series. Comment which feature you're most excited to use, and I'll see you in the next one.